Reports surfaced that Bernie Sanders in 2018 met with Elizabeth Warren and said in that meeting that a woman cannot win the presidency. Now, Bernie, of course, has strenuously denied this, but Warren has come out, issued a statement, and without trying to sound like she's accusing him of being a sexist, she basically is accusing him of being a sexist. This is her statement. She says, Bernie and I met for more than 2 hours in December 2018 to discuss the 2020 election, our past work together, and our shared goals. Beating Donald Trump, taking back our government from the wealthy and well-connected, and building an economy that works for everybody. So these are wealthy, well-connected people who want to take back the government from wealthy and well-connected people by taking control of it themselves. All right. Among the topics that came up was what would happen if Democrats nominated a female candidate. I thought a woman could win. He disagreed. I have no interest in discussing this private meeting any further. Then she goes on. I have no interest in discussing the meeting, but let me discuss it for a minute. So after she's confirmed that part of it, she said, I'm not gonna, no, he's totally a sexist, but I'm not gonna confirm it. I mean, we're not gonna talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying that Bernie is a backwards, bigoted misogynist. I don't want to talk about it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm just going to say that, and then we're not going to talk about it anymore. Now, Bernie fans have, of course, not been too happy about all of this, and they have presented what I think is pretty compelling evidence to exonerate their man. Here is, and this is now making its rounds on social media. But this is a clip of Bernie, apparently back in 1988, with still remarkably the same haircut in 1988. And here he is talking about women presidents.
The real issue is not whether you're black or white, whether you're a woman or a man. In my view, a woman could be elected president of the United States. The real issue is, whose side are you on? Are you on the side of workers and poor people, or are you on the side of big money and the corporations?
Okay, so there you go. He dead ass had the same ideas. He had so much ideas even in 1988, the same exact ideas. Same hairstyle, same, ranting and raving, which you got to respect. So there has been consistency from Bernie Sanders. The only thing that he's not consistent on is the whole thing of, rich people are evil, and then he goes out and buys 3 houses. So that's a little bit of an inconsistency. But in terms of his rhetoric, he's been saying the same things for forever, since the Revolutionary War, approximately. But in 1988, he says that, there could be a woman president, and now Warren claims that in 2018, 30 years later, he's changed his mind. Even after, and she is saying that he changed his mind even after he had the evidence of a woman running for president, Hillary Clinton in 2016, and winning 3 million more popular votes than Donald Trump. So would seem to be pretty good evidence that people are willing to vote for a woman, even a woman like Hillary Clinton. God help us. So now I have no dog in this fight between kooky socialists, but I have to say a couple of things here. First of all, who cares if he said this? Even if he said that a woman can't be president, which I don't believe he said, and again, I have no reason to take his side other than it's not like I like the guy, but I don't believe he actually said it. But even if he did, it's not sexist. There's nothing sexist about it, because that would be a statement of his opinion about the voting public, not about women. So if he said that, then what he would be saying is that he thinks the voting public is sexist, which is sort of an insult to the voting public, but we're used to liberals insulting people that way. I mean, it'd be the same sort of thing as if Bernie Sanders were to say that he doesn't think a black man can get a fair trial in an American court, which is the kind of thing that he probably would say. And, he probably does think that. But would that be a statement about the black men, or is that a statement about the court system? See, he's accusing the court system of being racist in that case, in that hypothetical, if you were to say that. In this case, he'd be accusing the voting public of being sexist, which is insulting and demeaning to the American public, but again, not insulting and demeaning to women. But in any case, the real problem for Warren is that she's a known liar, so there's no reason at all to believe what she says. We already know that she's not above lying to get what she wants. Bernie, on the other hand, has bad ideas, is a hypocrite, would be a dead-ass disaster for this country if elected, but there's no reason to think that he's a liar the way that she is. I mean, she's just a liar. We know that. But I don't think we necessarily know that about Bernie Sanders. As I said, though, I have no dog in this fight. And I'm sure that Trump is glad to see them fighting. Because here's the irony. Between Bernie and Warren, there's certainly enough votes there to win the nomination. I think the last poll I saw, the Real Clear Politics average, had the combined average for Sanders and Warren together was about 35 points combined, which is well above Biden at 26 or 27 points. So if one of them were to drop out and endorse the other, or even one of them were to drop out and join the other's ticket, then I think they would sail to the nomination. And this is what exposes them both as frauds, really, because this is what they would do if they really cared about the ideas and about beating Donald Trump and all of that, as Elizabeth Warren claims to care about, then that's what they would do. But instead, they both stay in because it's really about the pursuit of power. They both stay in, and now they're going to start eating each other alive, and Joe Biden's going to win the nomination and then probably lose to Donald Trump. That's what's going to happen. Bernie Sanders, 78 years old, probably only a few years from death. I say that because he's 78 years old. The average life expectancy for a man in this country is 84, I think, or not much higher than 84 at least. So, however long he lives, it's not that much longer, probably at his age. He's been a politician forever. And rather than retiring and enjoying his last few years on earth, he's grasping desperately for power because he wants it and he needs it. And he will sabotage his own party in pursuit of it. Same for Elizabeth Warren. It's pathetic. A pathetic display. But, as I said, great for Trump. Hey, you. You right there. Hit the subscribe button right now. Do it right now. I thank you for your compliance. It's somewhat appreciated.